Hi, this is Joachim for statisticsglobe.com, and in this video I'm going to show you how to apply the sample n and the sample frag functions of the dplyr package in the R programming language. So in the video I'm going to show you two examples, and both of these examples rely on the data that we can create with lines 2 and 3 of our code. So if you run these two lines of code, you will see that a new data object appears at the top right of RStudio, and we can also have a look at this data by running line 4 of the code. And then you will see that our example data frame contains 6 rows and 2 columns, x1 and x2. Now, if we want to use the sample n and sample frag functions of the dplyr package, we need to install and load the dplyr package, as you can see in lines 6 and 7. I have installed the package already, so I'm just going to load it with line 7 of the code. So after running this line of code, we are able to use the sample n and sample frag functions in R. And then before we use the sample n and sample frag functions, we should also set a seed in order to make our code reproducible. And this is what we are doing here with line 9 of the code. So after running this line of code, we finally can start to apply the sample n and sample frag functions. I'm starting in line 11 with the sample n function. And if we want to apply the sample n function, we have to specify within the function the name of our data frame. So in this case, we called our data frame data. Then we have to write a comma. And then after the comma, we have to specify how many rows of our data we want to sample. So in this example, I'm going to sample 3 rows of our data. And if you run this line of code, you will see that a new data frame appears at the bottom in the RStudio console. And this data frame is a subsample of our original data frame. And this subsample contains exactly 3 rows. Now, in the second example of this video, I want to show you how to apply the sample frag function. And the difference of the sample frag function compared to the sample n function is that the sample frag function takes a probability as input. So as in case of the sample n function, we first need to specify the name of our data frame. Then we also have to write a comma, and then afterwards we have to specify a fraction of our original data that we want to extract. So in this example, I'm going to extract, or I'm going to subsample 1/3 of our data frame. So for that reason, I'm specifying 0.33 within the sample frag function. Now, if you run this line of code, you will see that a fraction of 33% of our original data frame is sampled. So since our original data frame has 6 rows, a fraction of 33% is 2 rows. And this is exactly what we can see here at the bottom in the RStudio console. Yeah, so that's basically how to apply the sample n and the sample frag functions of the dplyr package in R. However, if you want to learn more on this topic, you could check out my homepage, statisticsglobe.com, because on the homepage I have recently published a tutorial on the sample n and sample frag functions. And in this tutorial, I'm explaining the content of this video in some more detail. I will put a link to this tutorial into the description of the video, so you could check it out there. And furthermore, if you have liked the video, I would be very happy if you leave me some feedback in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel in order to get notifications in future whenever I'm releasing new videos. That's it for this video. Thanks a lot. See you next time.